It's great to meet you, Shrouk. I love it that your work improves the lives of so many people, and there must be so many great things to love about your job. But what do you love most about it?
I love that I get to transform people's lives for a living. That's probably what I love the most about my job. But I just love kind of the sheer amount of engineering that I get to do. And for the past 6 months, I feel like I've done more engineering than I've done probably in the past 3 years combined. And I'm never really kind of given an exact design brief. I'm just given a problem and asked to go and solve it. And I love that. I really love that. But what I also love about being an engineer generally is that I feel I can do whatever I want. I've built a machine that can detect cancer based on electron quantum spin. I built a car and raced it. I've made robots for a living. And right now I'm working on an emergency ventilator for coronavirus patients. And I just feel like being an engineer is my superpower.
Oh, that's so good. Is that why you chose engineering then? Just because you love solving problems, you love not knowing how to do that and the challenge of how to actually solve that problem?
I didn't really know it was called engineering. So when I became interested in engineering, I just thought it was magic. I remember like watching my TV and realizing that the people on it are not actually real people living inside it. And back then, those TVs were huge. Like they could have been small people living inside it, right? And just realizing that this is a machine built by people like me was just mind-blowing. And I was like, wait, does that mean I can do the same? Can I do the same magic? And honestly, I feel like if it was introduced to me as engineering, I might have not ever been interested in it because there's this very specific idea of what an engineer is that maybe people talk about, which is not true at all.
Yeah, and I mean, that's what we're trying to do across the IET, but certainly this year in our 150th anniversary year is sort of smash those stereotypes. You are absolutely the engineer that we need to see. And we're celebrating like difference makers like you from all over the world as well, which is really exciting. And I'm super honored to be president whilst we're doing this as well. Is there a difference maker out there that inspired you to get into engineering?
Somebody who really had an effect on me when I was younger was my science teacher in primary school. And she told me a real scientist always asks why. Why are these people on my TV? Why can I breathe? Why is there a voice at the other line of the telephone? How does this all work? And I think that for me just made me really curious and really wanting to understand how everything works on a really, really kind of basic level, so like the lowest level possible. And I'm like, okay, but how does the transistor work and how does it make all of these gates, which makes all of this kind of software work together, you know? And somebody who inspires me still today, I think would be Yewande Akinola.
Yeah, great difference maker. Yeah, she's
incredible. I remember finding out about Yewande Akinola a few years ago, and realizing that, you know, she's a principal engineer, she is MBE, and she's kind of presented all of these engineering programs on Discovery Channel, on Channel 4, and she's creative, she's a dancer like me, and just to see that somebody as a role model is just incredible. And it's that creativity as well, because I feel like we're missing out on so much creativity in engineering, and I really just wonder what the world would have looked like if we told these creative people that engineering is for them too. What kind of amazing inventions would we have had by now?
And that's such an important message, isn't it? Creativity is very much a part of engineering, and that sort of mindset, isn't it? You know, we want to be problem solvers, we build up resilience, and we're definitely creative as well. Do you think it's important that we have role models for young people?
Absolutely. I feel, like growing up, I felt like I didn't really have a role model that represented me enough as a child that I could look up to and be like, yes, this is the person I want to be when I'm older. So I felt like I had to be my own role model. And growing up around other people who maybe didn't feel that or had kind of those role models already for them, I could see kind of the difference and how powerful that was for them. So yeah, I'd love to see more role models who can represent more people like me.
Yeah. And do you realize you're you're such a great role model for people.
Thank you.
You are. I mean, you're such a great role model, like an amazing role model for people. And it's for young girls and boys. And I think that's really important, that we're all role models for girls and boys, because it isn't just about getting more girls into engineering, is it? It's, you know, about making sure that the boys know that girls in engineering is just a thing, right?
And not just that, it's important for just as important for young men and boys to look up to us as their role models too.
You are such a difference maker, and I love talking to you, Shrouk. Absolutely inspiring, and congratulations, and very best of luck as well.
Thank you.